Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. This is your brother Lawrence, and as you already know, here on this channel we share and comment on events that are taking place both within and also outside of the SDA Church. The North American Division has released a statement on Facebook about human dignity in the context of what is happening in Minneapolis. Yes, they have released a statement on Facebook about the unrest in Minneapolis, and I just want to share the statement they released on Facebook with you. All right, so here's what it says. As violent encounters have escalated, many immigrants in our communities and within our congregations and schools have been significantly impacted. We are saddened by this reality and also deeply troubled by recent incidents of deadly force and grievous injury affecting families and communities in Minnesota and other parts of the United States, which have compounded fear and grief. Grounded in the belief in the sanctity of human life, the North American Division reissues this appeal to reaffirm our faith-based commitment to human dignity, respect, and compassion for all. We pray for peace and discernment amid these turbulent times. North American Division Leadership. So, this was a statement that they published on Facebook, and they also attached a previous statement to this particular statement. And that statement is also about human dignity and that kind of thing. Okay, so after this post was made on Facebook, there were some SDAs that actually agreed with the North American Division, and there were other SDAs that actually did not agree with the North American Division. Instead, they saw the post as political. Some accused the NAD of being political. So I'm going to share with you some of the comments that people made, like Adventist made under this post, and you are going to be surprised. I don't know where you stand. Do you agree and stand with the North American Division, or I don't know? You can share your thoughts in the comments. So let's get into the comments and see what people actually shared. Let me start from here. This person, Elizabeth, said that if people are in this country illegally, they are committing a crime. You asked that we show our immigrant families that we love them by lifting up our voices and standing by their side in these times of uncertainty. What do you mean by that? Are you calling for SDA Christians to join in the lawlessness and protest government authorities? So this came from Elizabeth, and she seems to be kind of questioning the NAD for publishing that on Facebook. Let's move on to another comment. Rook said, laws can be enforced without treating people like garbage. If you deny it's happening, it's because you know it's wrong, but you can't accept that the government could possibly do wrong. So this person also says that, hey, even though you can enforce the laws, all right, but you should also consider the person and treat them well. It seems like I agree with this person. Yes, you can enforce the law, but also you need to treat the people that are committing the crime, you need to treat them as humans with dignity. Let's look at another one. Of course. This person says, the church has said nothing wrong. People should be treated with dignity and decency. God doesn't see liberal or conservative. He sees humans, his creation. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Let's look at another one. Joanne, she said, whether someone has broken the law, they should be treated with compassion and love. Please show me in the scriptures where Jesus spitefully and abusively treated sinners. We break his law every single day. Should we be squashed like ants under his foot because we broke the law? There are ways of dealing with this situation in respectful and compassionate manner. When the Sunday law comes, some of us will be lawbreakers. We will be the ones breaking the law of the land. How should we be treated? Will you be sitting on the cold, wet floor of a prison cell, bruised and bleeding, thinking, well, I did break the law of the land? All right, so that was another interesting comment from an Adventist. In fact, there are so many interesting comments under the post of the North American division. What does NAD gain by inserting itself into politics? Perhaps we should be addressing issues within the church first. In other words, NAD should stick to what we pay them to do. We do not need a voice in social matters. The Bible is adequate for that. So, friends, Steve John says that the NAD should not put itself into politics. No, but they should do what the church members have paid them to do. What have the church members paid the NAD to do? To preach the gospel? To deal with issues in the church? So, friends, this is coming from Steve John. Do you agree with him or you don't? Let me know in the comments. So, it looks like there are people that say, hey, the church should not condone or encourage people that break the law. All right. And there are others that say that, hey, even though the laws can be enforced, the people that are breaking the law need to be respected because they are humans. You cannot treat them like garbage. So I don't know where you stand. I don't know where you stand. Do you agree with what the NAD published? Or do you see the NAD to be doing politics? Was the NAD statement a political statement? I also read a comment that people were saying, why is NAD talking about this issue now? Because there are some previous issues that they expected the NAD to also talk or comment, but they did not. So why are they talking about Minnesota issue right now? Friends, this is getting interesting. Like, this is a hard kind of subject to deal with, and if care is not taken, this could go a long way to divide a church because, like, I can see some political statements right here in terms of the comment. The comment, people are in support of what ICE is doing and others are not in support of what ICE is doing. I don't know, but it is what it is. It is what it is, friends. For me, I would say we need to pray. Yes, let's keep praying. And God has the power to change situations. All right? God has the power to change situations. So, friends, just want to pause here and let me know your thoughts about what the NAD published. Do you agree or you don't agree? Let me know your thoughts about this because I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything because, friends, last time I published video about this and like the kind of comment that I received. Share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time. This is all that I had to share with you. May God bless you for watching. May God bless you for watching.